Today we're gonna be buying an anglerfish off the web that hopefully will be big enough for Tiny Tim's tank. Remember, we got a little baby anglerfish in here, but I feel like we can get a few more swimming around in this tank. So we gotta try to find the smallest, coolest, cutest little anglerfish in the entire world to put in here. Let's see if we can get something really cool for this tank. We need to find a little tank mate for Tiny Tim. That is our goal today. And we're looking live. I'm a little bit sore, not gonna lie. I am so sore. I cannot wait for you guys to see the video. It's coming out this week on the Fish Guy's main channel. You are gonna freaking love this video. I just got back with Jack from the west coast of Florida. We did some monster fishing. I'm talking like we caught monsters, like literal 100-year-old fish. And my back, I was fighting these things for 45 minutes at a time. It was insane, guys. So make sure you are subscribed to the Fish Guys channel because I'm hurting today. My biceps is literally, I thought I tore my bicep because I'm fighting this fish and this fish just does not stop running. It's insane. So I cannot wait for you guys to see that video on the Fish Guys main channel. I'm telling you, it's my favorite video we've ever filmed. It was electric. So I'm sore and it's perfect day to do some shopping online. That's exactly what we're gonna do today. Now, obviously, it would be really cool to get, we can't do it, but this is a day-old octopus. These guys are tiny, so it would be really cool to get a tank with these guys. The tank needs to be fully sealed. So obviously we couldn't get an octopus for that tank, but look at that guy, so sick. We are definitely gonna be doing an octopus tank. If you do wanna see one, if you do definitely want to see an octopus tank, let me know by dropping a like on this video, because there's some really cool octopus that we can get. There's one called like, I think it's called a mimic octopus, or it changes colors and it looks like an illusion and it gets really big. That would be super cool. So let me know by dropping a like on this video if you guys would like to see that. Another one right here. Look at all these little baby octopus. That would be sick to have one of these. I don't need all of them, but I need definitely one in a tank. Would be so cool. We just gotta make sure we get the right tank that's sealed. These guys are freaking adorable. We need 100%. So maybe if you guys wanna see it, we will make it happen. But in terms of like other anglerfish we can put with him, like this thing, this is like in the deep sea. This fish, I don't even think you can buy. This is like a legit anglerfish, deep sea swimming around. I just thought it was a cool video to check out because the anglerfish we buy they're frogfish is what they're called, but they're anglerfish in a way with they got the little thing, but like a real deep sea anglerfish looks super weird. That thing, I guess, is an anglerfish from the deep sea. Like that's a legit darkness, lives in darkness, eats like a beast. So that thing obviously is not for sale. But we did see a couple cool ones last time we did this video. Like this one I really, really want. I have not been able to find one like this ever. I've only been able to find like the basic ones, like a brown one. I haven't been able to find a real yellow one. I can't find them. They're never for sale. I always look for them. I always try to find them. I can never find them for sale. But they are so cool. If I could get one anglerfish, if I can get two anglerfish, you guys know what I would pick. The hairy anglerfish, which I still have yet to find. You guys need to send me some links so I can find an anglerfish. And then this guy. I mean, this guy is so cool and brightly colored. Like this is the one I would want. Like the next one, like if I can find this one, this is what we're gonna get. Yellow and pink is so cool. It's badass. I've had a yellow one, all yellow, but it was kind of like gold. I've never had the yellow and pink, much more rare. Like the two colors combined. That would be sick to have in the tank, especially with Tiny Tim growing up together would be amazing. I think this guy's about to eat as well, which is sick, but I can tell this guy doesn't have that little, that was so badass. This might be a totally different kind of fish because I don't see that little lure on the top of his head like Tiny Tim has. Like Tiny Tim has the actual lure. This guy just has like two little horns on top of his head, which is sick, but I would definitely get a yellow and pink one. So badass. There's also this one I saw on YouTube, which is a white. I've never seen an all white one, which would also be cool to get. Once again, I try to find the super rare ones. They're so hard to find. Look how cool this thing is. Bright white with stripes. That is a sick anglerfish right there. He would look really well in the tank because my tank is white with white sand, so he'd be so bright in there. And this thing is swimming around for that meal. Something like this would be insane in the tank. Once again, if you guys have a site that sells rare anglers, I might have to create the site that sells rare anglers fish. Fish Guy Anglers. And I might have to create it. FishGuyAnglers.com. FishGuyAnglerfish.com would be sick. Just have all the rare anglerfish because they're my favorite fish. They are so freaking cool. So it'd be really dope to get a rare one like this, the white, all white one. Look at that guy. That guy is so freaking cool. Look at that. All white is sick. So I'm gonna look around. If I can find a rare one, you guys know what I'm gonna get, but let's do our best and try to get the coolest one, brightest color possible for Tiny Tim's tank. We've got our package here and she is looking quite big, slightly worried. So as you guys know, we may need to abort mission and put this fish in this tank because this is a big box, but hey, I'm not jumping to any conclusions yet. So let's get this thing opened, see if this thing arrived as described as a baby. Let's hope it did. So we shall see if this fish can actually go with Tiny Tim, who has been dying for some camaraderie. Camaraderie, is that what it's called?
Camaraderie.
camaraderie. He's been dying for some camaraderie. He's been isolated since a child, okay? He's been floating in the ocean by himself in a piece of seaweed. He's been banished from socializing in his big tank, and now he's alone in his small tank. He needs a friend. So hopefully this guy will be just that to Tiny Tim. So let's find out with our trusty screwdriver. Now, as we are unboxing this, it is either Sunday or Monday, which means Memorial Day is either tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this video. And you guys need to go take advantage of the shopfishguy.com Memorial Day sale, 15% off site-wide, and it's perfect timing for Father's Day. If you want to get your dad something nice, get him a Fish Guy hat, get him a Fish Guy performance tee, heck, even get him a mystery box from the Fish Guys, 15% off. So go check it out. Get your dad something nice, get him rocking Fish Guy, or get yourself something. But we don't do sales often, so when they come, you gotta jump on them. I don't know why I'm using a screwdriver today, but that was just the weapon of choice for unboxing this fish. Now, let's see if this is a deceiving box or is this thing the world's biggest anglerfish? Who will know? Okay, a little worried. What do we have? Oh my God, I think it's massive. It's huge. Oh wait, no, that's into the corner. They put a sponge in here. I wonder if I should put that in the tank. It's kind of red. It's kind of coming off with the red stuff, so I don't know if I should put it in the tank. He's perfect. I think he's Tiny Tim's twin, but red version. That is sick. Let me unbag this guy for you. And by the way, as we're getting him in the tank, Tiny Tim obviously is the GOAT. He's named the GOAT. Tiny Tim, best name we've ever come up with for a fish. We need some terrific names for Tiny Tim's friend. I know I was gonna try to find little Larry floating around the seaweed, but I feel like that was super rare finding this anglerfish. So we may need to retire the little Larry name. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find an anglerfish again in the wild. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I name this guy Little Larry, or is that spot specifically reserved for the next anglerfish we catch? Anyways, let me know what you guys think we should name this guy down in the comments. He's perfect. He's perfect. This box was so deceiving. It's for a mammoth. This box is for a Goliath grouper. Wow. We got this little viewing container here that we're gonna put him in as well. This anglerfish, I don't know if you can see him swimming around there. Where'd he go? He's a little baby dude. I think he's the exact same size as Tiny Tim, bright red, but he's really bright red because of this red sponge. So we're gonna have to try to keep this sponge in the tank. I'm gonna try it, see how it goes. But oh my God, this guy is badass. He looks just like Red Hulk. He's a mini Red Hulk, but Red Hulk, as you can see with the lights not on, he's dulled up so much because there's a purple rock. So he turns to the color of his environment. If we can keep this red sponge in the tank with this guy, he'll stay red for a long time. So let's get him in our little viewing container here. Like, look at that. Like, the water is pretty much red, kinda. It's a little bit red because of that sponge. So I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing to have in the tank, or is it just because of the shipping? But look how tiny he is. He's freaking perfect. I'm so addicted to these anglerfish, guys. They're my favorite fish in the world. Like, actually, these anglerfish, the anglerfish that I own, the ones that I buy, the ones I look at on the web, they are my favorite fish. I officially know that from the bottom of my heart. Sharks, stingrays, super cool, groupers, sick. Anglerfish have a special place in here. They're so freaking cool. Let's hold this guy, get him in the viewing container. God, he's chunky monkey though. Look at that little boy. He's sick. That thing is so cool, dude. That is the coolest thing ever. OMG. Holy cow. That is the coolest fish ever, dude. I'm so pumped about this. I am truly an anglerfish fish guy from the bottom of my heart. This dude is a little beast. We need some epic names. Down in the comments, you better comment down below because this dude needs a banger of a name. We got Tiny Tim. We may need some other name with like 2 words, you know, like Little Larry or something like that. Could be a chick as well. Small Sally, okay? Tiny Tim, Small Sally. Minnie Mouse, no. Mini Mike? Mini Mike, could be a good one. Mini Mike and Tiny Tim's got a nice freaking ring to it. So I don't know, you let me know down in the comments. But let's go ahead and try to see what the sponge looks like in the tank. If we put this sponge like right here, like see how it's kind of flaking off a little bit? Look at it on my hand, kind of flaking off. But it's still a little bit red, so maybe it'll have a chance, but it doesn't look like the most alive sponge. So we're just going to see how it goes. It does look cool in here. I think if it can hang out with, you know, the anglerfish, they'll brighten up in color. Like I thought Tiny Tim was gonna brighten up in here, but he has stayed his color. I also had to take out his seaweed because it was just getting the tank all messy. I just cleaned this tank before this video and had to scoop out all the seaweed. He loved the seaweed so much. We're gonna have to come up with a way to have seaweed in here where he can have maybe a fake piece of seaweed. Honestly, we may need to do like a fake orange piece of seaweed. It'll help brighten him up and keep this guy bright. So we may have to do that. We may have to do that because real live stuff obviously is just gonna die in here and then it turns to like sand. It literally just breaks apart. But when I come in here every single day, when I come in here, Tiny Tim is always right up in that seaweed. It's the coolest thing. So Now that we got our sponge in, let's put this guy in and see him meet Tiny Tim for the first time. Mini Mike, Tiny Tim. A little size comparison here. We have this video. I'll read the comments, but for this video, we're just gonna refer to him as Mini Mike. Mini Mike and Tiny Tim, I'm not kidding you. I don't think there's a more perfect match made in heaven. They are almost, I think they're the most identical size in the history of size comparison. They are the same fish, which is perfect. They'll grow together, they'll eat the same stuff, and it's just gonna be so cool to watch these guys in the tank. So we got our big anglerfish tank behind me, without the light on, obviously, but that's for the big boys. And we got the mini anglerfish tank right here. So let's go ahead and get this guy in the tank. Let's go ahead and get him in. He is so red, it's so cool. Look at him, sitting on my freaking fingers. What's up, brother? I love him. Mini Mike, look how pumped he is. Look at his face. Holy cow, we're going in. Let's go, that thing is sick. He looks so good in here. I hope he finds that sponge and goes right up on it, and that's gonna be his hiding place because he looks amazing in here, but we have to keep that color nice, bright and red because that's what we want in anglerfish. We already have, you know, they change colors similar to most fish change colors, but these guys will really take in their environment because they're predators. They catch their prey by surprise. They have to turn the same color as their surroundings, similar to an octopus, because they're gonna surprise the fish, eat them, and you know, pretend they're not being seen. They're gonna try to blend into the environment and be invisible. So when a fish swims by them, they have no idea they're even there, and then they snatch them up like that. So he looks amazing here. He's popping so nice against that white rock. It's insane. I really wanna get him up by the sponge though. I don't want him to get nice. I don't want him to get really dull. I want him to stay super bright red. So let's try to, I want him to see the sponge. I want him to see Tiny Tim. They need to meet. So as you can see, Tiny Tim's right here. He's looking right at Mike, Mini Mike, and he obviously sees him, hasn't moved a muscle. I think he's totally fine with this guy swimming around in his tank. So it's honestly a match made in heaven. They might be in love with each other. So I am so stoked about this. I really want him to find his sponge though. That would be really ideal. Now, as you guys can see, I brought the sponge down from the top. I brought it down on the bottom of the sand here. He found it immediately and is right up in that sponge. So if you look at this sponge, he's blending into it. And if you're a fish that swims by this, you're gonna think nothing of it. You're gonna think, oh, that's just a sponge. Little do they know, we got an anglerfish predator living inside of that thing. He looks so good in there. He looks sick. Tiny Tim, I think Tiny Tim is really happy that he has a friend in here now. I wish I had some baby shrimp or baby fish to put in here, or even when we were acclimating him to throw him in to see if he wanted to eat, because that's what we always do with our anglerfish. We always put it in to see if they want to eat, but we don't have that. So we're gonna have to wait until we catch a bunch of really small stuff in one of the later videos to throw in here and see how good of an eater this guy is. I've never seen an anglerfish not want to eat everything that they look at, so I'm sure he's gonna do fantastic in this tank. I'm absolutely in love with him. He is so dang cool. Tiny Tim finally has a friend. Now we just need a name for that friend, so remember, drop them down in the comments. We need some suggestions down there, and we officially will pick a name for him when we see him next in one of our videos. So he looks awesome. The red sponge honestly looks kind of cool in here. We may get some more sponges, some more decor in here, and hopefully Tiny Tim will brighten up with a nice orange piece of fake seaweed. Might be good. So we're gonna try it, see how it looks. But right now, this tank is awesome. It's coming along super nice. We got 2 killers in here. I'm stoked about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are as pumped as I am about this new addition, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.